Hey everyone, welcome to Dave's Bonsai. On today's episode, a dedication to my dear friend Tom, who's been so gracious at giving me so many things over the years. We'll explain in a moment. Welcome to Bonsai Acres. Welcome everyone inside the plant room on a late October evening, and I just want to do a show to thank Tom. Now, I've got plants from Tom, I've got pots from Tom, and I've got the, nothing cuts wood like ironwood. I've got my ratcheting pruners from Tom. That's right, Tom from Grow and Clip Bonsai for Seniors, dear friend of mine. Been out to his place a couple times in the last couple years, and he just keeps giving stuff to me. Now, unfortunately, not everything has survived in my chaos of the last, 6 months to a year, but I've got a couple things to show you. So before we get to work, the geranium is still doing really good, everybody. Look at the color on that one, huh? Isn't that fun? And look, with the pruning I've done, we've got some curve into that trunk. Yeah. You just turn it over into the sun, it starts to grow that way. You turn it over into the sun, and it just does all by itself. So what a fun little accent plant, huh? This is fantastic. Thanks, Tom, for that. This is a Pereskia grandiflora, or a rose cactus. Tom, could you comment below on how I should be taking care of this thing? This is so new to me and I haven't done my research. It grew towards the sun a lot in the PSGF this summer, but we've chopped it down. It's got this big old bend here. I don't know what it's gonna do, Tom. So, Tom, I need a little 101, a little 401. I need some information from you about the Pereskia grandiflora. I got two more to show you, and the last one we're gonna work on. So this one right here is the Vtex. I don't know much about the Vtex. This one was repotted in March of 24. So I'll take a look at it in March of 26 because that'll be 2 years. And he gave me this pot, this wooden log pot here with this little pond with the ducky on there. Yeah, like only Tom can do. Fantastic. Now this has gone through some iterations. It grew a lot this year and I cut it back recently, so I won't be able to show that here. But yeah, this branch, I don't know if it's gonna do so well, but we've got some fun movement here. We'll probably take one of these branches off at some point. I have to make that decision soon because we're getting a little bit of a swell here, and this has a couple of branches, so it might be this one. But yeah, Tom, give me some 411, 101, 111, whatever the information numbers are out there on the Vtex. And right here, oh, big one here. Oh, this one's getting heavy and this one's getting a little weeds here. I don't want the weeds here. Oh, the truck has been knocked over. That's a crying shame right here. It's got the Christmas tree on top. It's got this little village right here. And can you tell what this one is, everybody? This one here is my gift from Mr. Tom in the species of a olive. Yeah, this is the olive tree. Now, unfortunately, this has a little bit of a slingshot Y split right here, but it's growing pretty thick up here. So today, we're just gonna make a couple of cuts on this, keep this short and sweet today, and then I just need to hear from Tom. So Tom, I hope you're watching, and this one's dedicated to you because you're such a great guy and I appreciate all you do. Let's go do some trimming on the olive tree. Once again, a big thank you to Tom for being so generous with all the gifts over the last couple of years and all the gifts he gives everybody. Such an upstanding man and so sweet. So Tom, here we go. This is the olive tree. So we got it in a real big pot and it's in more of a dirt. I'm used to all my trees being in more bonsai soil. So I don't know if this is Ted's mix or not. It doesn't look like Ted's mix, but it might be. Forgive me if I'm not recognizing that. He's given me some of that as well. And you know, we have a tree that's thickening up and it looks like this is the leader, and then we have this branch over here and this branch over here. So if this all survives, that could be a primary branch that's over here, and this could be a primary branch over here. But if that's gonna be the primary branch, we gotta slow it way down over here so we can get it to kind of come into shape here over the course of the next couple of years. And so as I cut this back, we're hoping we're gonna get something back further on this guy. Now this one grew really long, but we're gonna go ahead and get that nice and short here. So we have a little bit more balance over here in a branch that's coming off this way. Now, if this continues to grow up tall and thicken this trunk up, this as a primary branch will look kind of fun and thicken up over time, and that'll be fantastic. But we've got this branch over here, and then this up here is the leader way back over here, but it's kind of going away from us a little bit. So we might be able to redo that into this guy right over here. Now this is coming out at us. I want to get rid of him. This one I'm going to shorten to right there. And we've got this nice branch right here. So when we talk about taper, everybody, we always think about thick to thinner to thinnest, and thinnest at the tips, right? Big, thin, thinner, thinnest. Now here we've got, this branch is kind of sitting more this way. We'd like to see it more flat. We'd like to see more branches this way instead of this way. But this thick branch, there's no taper from here to here. Now that's only about 6 inches of length, but if I go ahead and I cut that off, now I have a thick to thinner, and then thinner here yet, and thinner here yet, and it's got some curve. And so as that dies back, we cut that off. And I might even be able to go as so aggressive as to cut this one off here. But I'm gonna leave both of those on, see what they do, and this could be the branch in the end. But we would like to have something over here. So I hope if I cut off some of the energy here, I'm gonna get something kind of a back bud back in here, because we have left, right, and then right, left. So I'd like to get something over here. So this branch might not stay long term anyway. And so as we go up taller, this one is kind of coming at us, but it could be the leader of this tree, so I'm not going to go too crazy with it. I'm just going to cut it shorter and cut this little dead point off. We're just going to leave this for the moment. I just don't know what we're going to do with that branch long term. This one's kind of coming in the tree. This one's coming in the tree, growing some weird growth pattern right there. We're just going to shorten all this up for the plant room again, making room, making things easy to water, and hope we get all kinds of fun back budding. Now again, we have 1, 2, and then left over here, and this one's another one to the right, so it's pretty heavy over here. And this is kind of thick up here, so we don't have any taper. It's almost like it's going to be reverse taper up here. So a big bold move would be to go to this for the taper right here and now, and I may do that. But until I do that, let's go ahead and cut this one off to shorten that up pretty amazingly. And we'll get rid of that right there. Okay, so if I were just to put the scissors down right now, Dave, we've taken off, Carnage Cam, we've taken off 75 or 80% of the foliage here on this olive tree. And we can see some movement in that trunk, and we can kind of see now the shape, instead of having this look like a Y, you know, big old Y or a V, we've shortened this up, and now these are going down here. This is looking more and more like a primary branch. And so if we like tilt this thing over this way in the future, it even highlights that more. And then again, we can have this as the new leader. We can have this as the new leader, or this, but this is kind of in the back. So this is still pretty thick here, right? So we don't need all of that up there, wasting a lot of energy. And that's super thick, and that's just going to get thicker. So do I cut it off, everybody? Do I cut it off, or do I leave it just to see how it responds? I think we're just going to have too thick of a tree. Let's do it, everybody. We got to make some bold moves once in a while. If you let things grow too big, the scars get even bigger. And now that was getting real thick up there. So now that's trunk, a little bit thinner. And instead of getting thicker here, we get thinner here, here, and here. And something here will end up being the tree. And so even if I do this right here, left, right, right, left, right, left, we have some semblance of kind of that every other type pattern. And so we'll let all that grow in the plant room. We'll give it some good love this year. And then we're going to put this in a pot next year in a bonsai soil. We might keep it in this pot. We'll see. But I want bonsai soil in here. Yeah, so there we go. So we have the Liberty Falls Fire Company right here. And the fire truck with the Christmas tree, with the tree in the background. And again, this is the olive from Mr. Tom. My olive tree. There we go. Needing lots of sun. That's right. And go down to about 10 degrees Fahrenheit, no lower. That's interesting. Prune in late winter or early spring to remove dead branches and shape the tree. Well, we're doing a little late fall pre-winter pruning, and we're going to give it some slow feed in the summertime. We're going to give it some great nutrition. So there is Tom's tree with the scene right there. We've got the olive tree. This could even possibly be a front. I just don't like it as much. You can see how thick this section is right here, so we may have to do more with that. But we'll see how it grows here in the plant room. This is only I'll be my second year having the tree, and we'll see what happens. My thanks again to Tom from Grow and Clip Bonsai for Seniors, one of the nicest guys in the world. And thanks for all the gifts and all the well wishes. Everybody just sending some great messages my way. Appreciate that. So a big thank you show with Tom as the main thank you source. One more tree, Tom, that I found in the plant room here. I can't forget about the tamarind. So this one, 5/27 of 24. So in May, this will be 2 years in this pot, and this is mostly dirt again, it looks like. Seeds planted, 2 fully grown, 5 seeds planted, 1, 21, 25, other 2 pruned. I'm not sure what all that message means, Tom. I only have 2 left. So whatever this was given to me as, I have 2 left. And like my Brazilian rain trees and like the acacia trees, these leaves close up at night. You can see they're sleeping for the night now, but they're loving life. They're pretty happy. So we're just going to keep these in here, and we'll maybe put these in a pot in a year or 2, maybe this coming spring, but they're young. Let's let them thicken up, and we'll see what we get. So another tree from Tom. I got so much from Tom. So thanks, Tom, and thanks everybody else for watching. I do appreciate it. Take care of you. Take care of your bonsai, and we'll see you all in the next one. Welcome to Bonsai Acres.